World War II was one of the most widespread and deadliest wars in history, involving at least 30 different countries and resulting in more than 50 million civilian and military deaths. With this war came many advancements in technology, sleek fighter jets that had the capability of holding multiple bombs, and many forms of new attack, air raids. In order to protect people on the ground from being bombed and killed, air raid wardens were put into place to schedule blackouts, drills in which every light on the ground was to be turned off to prevent the enemy from having a clear view of where to drop their bombs. I, Edith Jackson, was one of these air raid wardens during this time. We were always stationed on the roof of large buildings, our eyes glued to the skies. I remember how awful it was to see these planes in the distance, carrying bombs to drop on our people. On one particular day, December 29th, 1940, was the worst, as Germany dropped hundreds of firebombs across the city of London, engulfing many buildings in flames. Even though we warned everyone that this raid was coming, people were still injured and trapped in these burning buildings. The firefighters on the ground skillfully avoided raining bombs and other dangers to help pull these people out and get them to safety, quite successfully demonstrating our perseverance and strength as a country. However, the sound of sirens, screaming, and explosions still haunt me to this day. Air raid wardens weren't always taken seriously, though. At first, we were laughed at due to our awkward appearance, blue overalls and a tin hat. We were regarded as self-appointed peeping toms, harassing citizens into turning off their lights and making sure they followed the rules. Only a small portion of air raid wardens were full-time, and those that were, like me, were only paid £3 a week. My husband was off fighting in the war, and I lived with my sister, her husband, and 2 small children, so providing for myself wasn't as difficult as I initially thought it would be. However, it was still psychologically straining to go to work every day. I would think, what's going to happen to my family? What's going to happen to the other people on the ground? And what if someone gets hurt? I would constantly stay awake thinking about the fate of my husband as well. Was he going to be okay? Was he even still alive? I kept all of these questions in mind as a driving force to continue protecting the citizens of London, as well as the lives of my fellow officers. Outside of the war, there were many other things happening. Radar was being put to use for the first time, and the first electronic digital computer was created. Also, various movies came out during 1942, such as Casablanca, The Pride of the Yankees, and Yankee Doodle Dandy. When I wasn't conducting blackouts, I would attend films like these with the rest of my family, as well as help ration out food to the needy and take care of my niece and nephew. In the end, I'm proud of my work during World War II, and I honor the sacrifices that the people of my country, as well as the United States and others, have done. To all the Jews and soldiers that lost their lives during this dreaded time period, you'll never be forgotten.